Hello, my name is Brody Gasper, and my speech will be on black holes. So black holes are interesting phenomena that occur in all the galaxies of our universe today. They're very interesting, and they have a unique purpose or function in our galaxy. So moving in to what the history of black holes are made from stars. So when a dying star, is collapsing in on itself, it will create a supernova, which is basically just a giant explosion in space. But under certain circumstances, if a supernova occurs at the right moment in time and with the right materials, we will get a black hole. So if we go to this slide, you can see here that this is a star that supernova and a black hole is being formed from it. So we haven't any real imagery necessarily, like photos that we've taken that show this, but scientists understand that this is how black holes have been formed today. There are three different kinds of black holes. So there is a stellar black hole, which would be this one. Stellar black holes are the smallest black holes in the universe. This occurs when a star supernovas. Intermediate black holes we don't know much about, but they are in between, and they are formed from two stars colliding, we believe. Supermassive black holes are from bigger stars exploding, and we have those in the center of our galaxies. We have one in the middle of our Milky Way galaxy, and these ones are the biggest by far. So moving into some of the interesting purposes and functions of black holes. Black holes do not suck things in, things fall into black holes. It's a very interesting little tidbit there, because most people believe that black holes suck things in, but in actuality it's just matter falling into black holes. Black holes are very important in this regard, as they carry debris and they destroy stars and planets, and everything falls into black holes, where they are then churned up, if you want to put it that way, and all of that debris and matter is then never seen from again. But there is a very small probability that things that enter into the black hole will actually bounce off the event horizon. And so if we go to this picture, might be a little hard to see, but the event horizon, so there is black holes have a singularity. That's the center of the black hole. And on the outside of that singularity is the event horizon. So if matter falls and manages to hit the event horizon, it will bounce off of that and ricochet, and it's even possible for the material from one galaxy to move away into several different galaxies. Black holes there's so many black holes as there are stars, so we can't count them. And the only way that black holes are visible to the naked eye is actually, black holes aren't visible to the naked eye. The only way to visually see a black hole is through a telescope. And we see black holes when jets of gas or material are sucked in. So we can see this if we go so if we go here, we can see the stars being sucked into a black hole, and black holes suck in, light and gas will then fall into black holes, and from here, this is how it's visible to telescopes that black holes are there. This is the only way to see them, because black holes have an infinite density and volume, meaning that theoretically you can't really describe them. They don't necessarily exist, so it's empty space. So that's why it's invisible to the naked eye. And that's why it's only possible to see black holes when jets of gas are falling into the black hole. So some interesting facts about black holes, as I've already said, black holes do not suck things in as most people believe. Things fall into them. Black holes are as numerous as the stars, meaning there's so many that we can't count them all, but we know they're there because of the jets of gas and materials that fall into them. We know that black holes are created from stars, but we don't know much about intermediate black holes because we have never actually seen one as of yet. Scientists know that they exist though, and they know they exist from the colliding of two stars. Black holes are everywhere, and they almost act as if they are trash compactors or like a trash department. They come in and they clean up, because after supernovas have a powerful effect to destroy everything within their range. So if a star blows up, if there's a galaxy there, such as, or a solar system such as our own, the solar system would, if our sun were to supernova, our galaxy would be, our solar system would be completely destroyed, apart from maybe a few planets at the end, such as the dwarf planet of Pluto. But after this, it's possible that a black hole would appear, in which case it would destroy everything that our solar system had been comprised of, leaving it open, and empty space would just be there. So black holes are very important as they play a significant role in our universe, and there are multiples of them, and scientists hope to learn more about them. So, does anybody have any questions concerning the subject?
When ships are sent into outer space with our space program, what's the possibility of them falling into a black hole?
So the possibility of a space shuttle falling into a black hole is very unlikely, because NASA is able to identify where black holes may rest. And even though there are many black holes, so many that we can't count them, they're not all together. They're separated still by many light years, as are stars. So there is the possibility that it could fall in, but it's very, very low, because NASA can identify where black holes are based on the jets of gas and material that they emit.
What's the temperature of a black hole?
So the temperature of a black hole, if we pull up this image again, so the singularity of a black hole, this is where light and gas are sucked in. So at this point in a singularity, this is where human beings or materials of any kind would be vaporized, because it is so hot here. But since black holes have infinite volume and infinite density, anything on the outside of the black hole, of the singularity of the black hole, would freeze, because it's just theoretically empty space.
What about the stuff that's flying around up there, just doing nothing? Do those have a possibility of falling into a black hole?
Well, as like asteroids and things of that nature, or just debris.
Well, that and debris.
Yeah, it's a possibility, because black holes have a strong gravitational pull, so it basically everything falls into it. It kind of pulls it, and then it falls in. So there is a possibility to it. But if you think about like our asteroid belt that we have in our solar system, it has a very unlikely possibility of doing that, because of the strong gravitational pull that our sun has. Any other questions?
How are we currently investigating or studying black holes?
Yes, we are currently investigating black holes. The only way to do this is through the use of telescopes, is where we can visually identify black holes through the gas and materials that fall into it. And the only way to actually explore one at this point is unmanned probes. most of which have been destroyed, and a few have come out in different places, which is why scientists believe the black holes could also act as wormholes, to where they can transport things from one galaxy to another galaxy. Any other questions? Thank you for your time.